So now in this video we are going to discuss about input functions. So how can we get input from the user? So for getting input from the user we will use input function. So here is the input function. So there are two functions, row input and input functions. So we can use both functions for getting input. Just try the input function. So let's say we are getting input from the user, and in the parenthesis we will pass the message for the user which type of input you want from the user. So enter a number. So let's say we are storing this input from user in A, and let's print this A. So it is saying enter number, and we will enter number 12. So here it is returning 12. It is printing 12. So whenever uh, we get input from the user, we will have a string. So this output 12 is in a uh, string format. You can say it is a data type of string. So this is a, let's check the type of A, and 12, and it is returning a string. So 12 is a number, but the input function returns the string. So whenever you want a input as an integer number, you can just call integer function here. So here we are converting input into integer number. So integer, this is a integer converter. So integer constructor, so you can say it is an integer constructor. It gets input from the user. You can say we are passing the argument in integer. So this will get input from the user and pass into the integer constructor, and the number will be integer. So let's print type of A now. So let's say it is 12, and now it is giving us the output integer. We can just use, if you want to get input in float, you can say it is float, and if you check 12, and you, here is the output float. So what if a user enter a number of a user enter uh, so what if a user enter a list of a list of numbers? You can say here it is a user is giving us an input like 1 2 3 4 5. So user is giving us input list. So let's print this. So here it is giving us could not convert string to float. So it cannot convert this string to float because it has spaces between the numbers. So it cannot convert this to float. So how can we convert this into float number? You can just remove the space between them, and then you can convert. Let's try how can we remove the spaces. So let's say it is not converting here, and it is just, let's use split function. So it split function splits, or you can say uh, divide a string into uh, divide a string into subparts, or it can create a list of the string given from dividing the separator. From dividing the separator, that is a default separator is space. So it divides the string from the spaces where it finds space. So here the output will be, so let's say 1 2 3 4 5. So here we are having a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So list here we are having a list, and in that we are having some items. So these are strings. So if you want to convert them into integer, or you want to convert them into float, you can use map functions. So map function is a function that takes two parameters. The first is func and the second is iterate. So let's write a function first. Map, in that map function we need to write function name. So we want to convert this list into a list of integer numbers. So we need to pass integer here, and we need to pass the list here. So it will give you a list. So let's print this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is giving us reference of the object map. So this will not give you the list actually. It will give you the reference of the map object. So how can we get the list? So if you want to get the list, you can just say list and run this code. So now you will have a list, and you just use a for loop, and you can say for loop in the map function. We want integer numbers as the list a. Let's print I. You can print all the numbers in the different lines. So here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are having an output as on different lines. So if you want, if you are thinking that you are that in your input you have divider comma, so you are having a divider comma in your input, you can pass comma into the split function and just run this. Let's see what will be the output if we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is returning the numbers. So we are using comma as a divider here. So this is how we can work with the our input function. Let's take another example, like you are having uh, input function here, and you want to print a. So let's say we are having this. Now we have the now we are writing input function. So let's say this is my name. So I want to print my name. So here I am giving the input like this. So I want to have the first character of this string. So how can we get the first character? It is as simple as we have done in our data type concept. Let's pass the indexing. So we have the indexing in string from 0. So let's print the first character using indexing 0. So let's write something, anything like the code in Python, and it will return W. So you can work with the string as we have discussed in our tutorial string. So you can do anything that is uh, we can do on strings. So this was all about input functions. There are more things, like you can have input, and then if you are having space from starting, you can just use stripe function to remove the white spaces from the beginning or from the end. Let's print a, and let's say we are having space from the start, and let's say we code in Python, and we are having space at the end. Whenever you print this a after using the stripe function, all the spaces from the start and from the end will be removed. So let's print this and we are having output like this. So this was all about input functions. I hope you understand the concept.